and I've been in costuming since 2005, and this is mainly what this panel is going to be about, how to design costumes and how to create your own, whether you want to spend a lot of money at it or if you want to do something cheaply made. You know, you don't really have to spend a whole lot of money. It just depends on how much you can afford, and we're going to talk about that today. First off, I want to talk a little bit about my costume, and then I'm going to set the girls loose and have them talk about their costumes. And Soundwave was actually my first. It's up there now. That was in 2005. I did that with my friend Jack and my boyfriend. We worked together on that. And for a costume similar to that, it was about $300. She's done a blur, an animated blur, and she's done G1 Blaster. This is Amber, and right now she is currently working on Jazz. She is going to be one of the expensive girls too. She's probably going to spend close to, what did you say, $800?
Somewhere between $700 and $800 when it's all finished.
And this is Lori, and tell us what you're working on.
Right now I'm working on 2007 film Brawl, and I have also finished 2007 film Blackout, or Grinder from the second film, and an original character here. A way to do it. This is what a lot of people go for. It's what Amanda has made some of her costumes out of. Is what the founder of the site Pilot, she has made G1 Blaster and Mirage. If anybody was at SDCC, if anyone was at San Diego Comic Con that saw that, this was pretty much the same way basically that they did theirs. It's cheap, it's easy to make. These take somewhere in the vicinity of 1 to 2 months if you don't want to spend too much, but do have a very nice looking costume. These would be the way to go.
And then I want to introduce, to have the guys talk for a minute, Lord Starscream, and aka Ken, and Dave. Starscream, say something.
Oh, here we go.
Alright, so what you guys want me to say?
Oh, don't be all egotistical, just say something.
Megatron, is that you?
That's a major thing when it comes to costuming, is knowing your character and being able to be in that character. And Dave, why don't you say how you put this together? And Lori, I didn't mean to skip you, so you'll go next.
We actually built this costume. It took us about a year to do. Invested probably around $1,500 into it. Yeah, it's kind of expensive because of all the mechanics that we had to work inside. It's made out of PVC piping. It's a giant puppet, so that when he's actually in the costume, he's looking out the chest, and it's got the plexiglass with the tinning so that he can see out the chest line. Head is way up here on him, and it's a harness equipment underneath. The arms are put together with chains and PVC pipes so that you can actually push it out. He's standing on some stilts. Material-wise, you're looking at fiberglass. We had some resin. We had foam. We had well, a lot of different things actually, because we kept on modifying it. Some parts were cardboard with fiberglass reinforced onto it. Yeah, that's not it. that was us, but just not the Starscream. That's it laying down without anybody in it. Yeah, Screamer's right there. For some of you that have not seen it yet, we were planning on bringing it up and having Ken dressed up fully in it, but it's 2 flights of stairs, and as you can imagine, it is a pretty big costume. We had to rent a U-Haul just to get it out here. Wow. So what we're going to end up doing is later on, if you're interested, if you haven't seen him yet, come on back down into the dealer's room and he'll be walking around in that costume again.
And then Lori, do you want to talk a little bit about your costume?
I don't know what you guys call cheap, but I spend less than $20 on